Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience, albeit short. Subcommittee has now met and reached a decision, so I now will formally announce that. Take your seats comfortably. This will take me a while to go through. This is Licensing Subcommittee decision in the matter of the Licensing Act 2003 application for a premises licence, Portsmouth Pizzeria, 53 Albert Road, Southsea. All parties shall receive written confirmation of the decision and reasons. Decision. The subcommittee has considered very carefully the application for a premises licence at Portsmouth Pizzeria. It gave due regard to the Licensing Act 2003, the licensing objectives, statutory guidance, and the adopted statement of licensing policy. The subcommittee considered the relevant representations, both written and given orally at the hearing, by all parties. Human rights legislation and the public sector equality duty has been borne in mind while making the decision. The subcommittee noted that there has been a representation from a single resident objecting to the grant of the licence due to concerns about the prevention of public nuisance, a licensing objective. One other residential objection has been received but had been withdrawn following additional steps and amendment of the application by the applicant. After having heard all of the above evidence, the subcommittee determined to grant the proposed application, subject to imposing the agreed conditions and noting the amended application and amended hours as follows, and detailed in the report. The outside area at the rear of the premises being closed from 2200 hours and reducing the numbers to 4 persons per each of the 4 tables from 2100 hours until 2200 hours in order to reduce the potential for any noise that may disturb local residents. Reason. It was noted there had been no representations from responsible authorities, and accordingly the subcommittee had to accept the inference that there are no concerns on their part, particularly environmental health, given the issue raised by the single objector. Objection from the resident focused upon potential noise disturbance from the rear of the premises. The applicant has submitted a full and detailed operating schedule and has detailed conditions relating to CCTV, Challenge 25 policy, a refusal register, the prevention of alcohol consumption off the premises, and training of staff. Music is confirmed in the application to only be provided indoors. In addition, the applicant has clarified and proposed conditions limiting the use of the rear outside area of the premises. The subcommittee accepted the position that it is considering the use of the premises for licensable activities, in this case the sale and supply of alcohol, and that late night refreshment is not forming part of the application. Accordingly, the consumption of food in the outside area is not a regulated activity per se. However, it is understood that alcohol consumption can cause aggravated nuisance. The applicant outlined their intention to run a small restaurant focused on food consumption and not alcohol-led. The subcommittee noted there is a right for all parties to bring the licence back for review if there are any issues undermining the licensing objectives resulting from the licensable activity at the premises. If nuisance occurs as a result of the application, residents are encouraged to liaise with environmental health and report the matter promptly. In this respect, residents can be reassured that if the premises changes hands or changes the nature of the operation, or indeed fails to implement the steps indicated, and this leads to public nuisance, the matter can be brought back to the licensing authority for action to be taken. The subcommittee balanced all of the above issues and determined that in light of the lack of representation for environmental health and the additional steps proposed by the applicant, it was considered appropriate to grant the licence with the timings now applied for, and that this balanced the interests of residents with those of the business. Finally, there is a right of appeal for all parties to the Magistrates' Court. Formal notification of the decision will be set out. We'll set out that right in full. And that formally is the end of the business. Thank you for your time today, everybody, and good luck with the business. Thank you very much. I formally close the meeting.